Hello everybody, my name is HardKorePanda, and this is a Skyrim video, which, they've kind of been long awaited. However, I apologize, this is not a, Let's Play video yet, or anything of the sort. It's mainly, I would describe it as somewhat of an update video and informative video, rather. Um, because of that, there's really nothing special that's going to really happen in this video other than me just wandering about and really just talking about the Let's Play and how it's going to work. I guess the first note that I would like to mention is that I am not yet finished with working out all of the mods that I will be using or would like to use at some point in time. Oopsies, let's get out of the water. For instance, there are plenty of mods which still can be fleshed out and fixed in different ways and go through the mod configuration and tweak them to fit my playstyle or fit a way that I would like it, or fit it in a way that I would not necessarily benefit better from it, but more so fit how I'm going to work everything and disable certain things that really shouldn't be enabled because they might cause drop in performance, or just the different things here and there, and also things that just make the videos look better in and of themselves. Aside from that, yeah, this is all fake, you can't pick anything up. I also have to possibly, I don't know if I said it yet, but I might need to thread out some mods. By that, find mods that, once again, cause drop in performance, and either just get rid of them or fix them in a way, most likely just end up getting rid of them, or cause some sort of other conflict with other mods that I might have. So far, it's going okay. If you would like to submit an idea about mods that I could use or should use, or mods that you think I shouldn't use, you can just take a look at the list below. I actually am going to put a list in the description. Probably it's going to be a link to some sort of open Google Doc, primarily because wow, this is terrible. Primarily because it's it's over 200 mods. And it's a disaster. Should I stop doing this? Yeah, I really don't want a giant description down there, just because, one, it's not going to be too organized when it comes down to it, and it's just going to be tedious to read and look at. Ooh, call chest. Don't know what that is. Anywho, as I said, if you want to submit, like, oh, I think you should use this mod because this mod is awesome, I'm open to ideas. I'll just have to make sure that it works and that I actually would like to use it. About certain mods that I'm using, some of them I would consider core mods. And if you don't want it, well, I'm sorry, that's probably just gonna be too bad. For instance, Tendo's, or I call it Tendo's, what is Skyrim? I'm not going to be getting rid of Skyrim because Skyrim is awesome and it makes the game interesting and more fun. And for instance, that is a definite yes on my list to be played with. For instance, another mod that I guess I wouldn't get rid of are certain mods that just make the game look a little bit nicer, unless they cause performance drop. But basically retextures and stuff, which usually don't cause too much performance drop if they're like a weapon or armor retexture. For instance, a Median-born iron armor here. Armor in general, I mean, this is just a retexture, not going to cause much performance drop, but I'm not really going to get rid of that because I like it and I want to keep it. But, yeah, for maybe like Skyrim 2K or whatever, which I don't have installed, I disabled that because it was causing a slight performance drop when recording. So I just kind of got rid of that. For instance, a mod that's a complete overhaul of the textures might be removed just because either one, I don't like it, or it's caused too much performance drop, as I said. That's interesting. I don't even think it's nighttime out. What time is it? It shouldn't be this dark out. It's early morning. Anyway, I think I've spoken a little bit too long on that topic. I think I should just make a quick note that I realize that I've not been posting much recently, primarily because I've been busy. Austin came out with a video probably a day or two ago, I think, at this point. We were just talking about, yeah, I've been busy with school and everything, and I really haven't had time to work on it, and work on any of my YouTube stuff or whatever. Okay, that's teleportation. It's pretty cool. And that's kind of been the same with me. It's not like I have terrible grades or anything, but I mean, I have had work to do that I've had to get done, and at times I've kind of just had issues with recording in general, basically the game crashing and such. So I've also had a lack of motivation at times, and it's just a whole mumbo jumbo jumbled stuff that have caused me to, just not record or put up gameplay or whatever, or anything of that sort. Anywho, moving on, probably the last thing I'm going to touch on in this video, before I'm just going to say goodbye, but basically, when it comes to, how I'm going to title the videos and such, I was basically going to do a whole new sort of, I guess in a way it's experimenting with it, but, yeah, I'm gonna end up using it. I just was also wondering what you guys thought of it. So this is how it basically would go, is, playlists would be organized into books. So book 1 would be book 1 would have the first video I ever make for Skyrim, and that would end up being the first video of the series. So instead of having it Series 1, or Season 1, or whatever, it's called Book 1. And the way books are organized is basically along quest lines. So for instance, I'd have a Book 1, the main quest line or whatever, and the way a book works is that I have to complete that quest line before I start the next book. And effectively, I don't start any other quest lines. For instance, I wouldn't do any Dawnguard stuff within the main quest line, or Dragonborn stuff within the main quest line. Those would be separate books in and of themselves. Therefore, I might have Book 3 is Dawnguard, or Book 4 is Dragonborn, and maybe Book 2 is the Thieves Guild or something. I'd like to do something along those lines. So tell me what you think about that. About the videos themselves being titled, they would not have Book 1, Video 1 would not be Book 1, etc., etc. It would just be the playlist title, just to make it a little bit easier and not have a super long title. The way that the videos would be titled would basically be by, what is it? Hang on. Chapters. And the way chapters work is that a chapter would be a quest that I complete in that book, in a sense. So, for instance, I had written down here, Book 1 would be the main quest line, and let's just say Chapter 5 is the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller. Doesn't have to be Chapter 5. Doesn't have to be Horn of Jurgen Windcaller in Chapter 5. But I'm just saying that Chapter 5 would be, let's just hypothetically say that I do the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller, that quest, in Chapter 5 as the 5th video or whatnot for Chapter 5. The way that would work is I would do the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller within that one video, unless, and I'll get to this in a second, unless it breaks off into another. And unless it breaks off so I need more than one video to house that chapter. And I'll speak on that in a second. But basically, a chapter within a chapter is the entire quest. So an entire quest gets completed in a chapter, and an entire quest line gets completed in a book. Fair enough. And the way episodes work are, it's only going to be an episode. There's only going to be episodes, and this is for instance, chapter 5, episode 1 or episode 2. That only ever happens if the video is too long and I would need to basically cut it off to make shorter videos. Let's just say I want to base, let's just say 40-minute video is a chapter. Let's just say I'm not necessarily going to hold to 40 minutes, but I could have a 50-minute video, 30 minutes, depending. But let's just say I get a 120-minute video. I could make it 3 episodes and have each one 40 minutes, so it might be chapter 5 episode 1, then chapter 5 episode 2, and chapter 5 episode 3, and thus each one would be 40 minutes. Or I could make it 4 videos, each one would be 30 minutes. It wavers, it might be different. I've actually heard of some YouTubers making slightly having videos cut in half because certain other viewers cannot view an entire video. I don't know if that's the case here. If it is, I might end up making slightly shorter videos or whatnot. But for now, I'm just gonna keep it longer videos. Not everyday videos, of course, because I've not been able to keep that up at all. But basically, yeah, I mean, I think that would work out fairly well. And yeah, I think, oh yeah, one other thing I'd like to touch on is basically when it comes to these chapters, or not the chapters necessarily. Oh yeah, well, I guess first the chapters. The chapters are titled by the quest I complete. I don't know if I said that already. But if I complete multiple quests within that chapter, it's either going to be the main quest line chapter name, chapter title, or just the main, or just like the longest quest or the main quest that I complete, like the most important one that I complete would be the title name. So, for instance, shoot, I can't remember any title off the top of my head, or any name of a quest off the top of my head, but you'll see when I actually do the series. And let's see. Was there anything? I was gonna say something and I can't remember it. Oh yeah. Finally, within books, I can complete side quests, and I will be doing side quests, but they will not be side quests, or they will not be quests that are from main quests, as I said, main quest lines. For instance, the main quest line, Dragonborn, Dawnguard, Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood. There's all sorts of them. I can't think of all of them at the moment. Of course, yeah, I mean, expect me to do different things in the series. Don't expect these series to be short either at all times. I mean, sometimes the videos might be, I guess, cut short at times, or the series might be a bit short. I mean, I don't expect the Dawnguard series to be as long as my main questline series, but don't expect necessarily that the Dawnguard series might be short either. I might do side quests along during the main quest, during the Dawnguard quest line, that maybe, I don't know, do something different. How the hell does a starling have a necklace of minor deft hands? I have no idea how it obtained that. Anywho, if you liked this video, found it informative, please maybe hit the like button or share it with some other people that might be interested in this. Let's see. That should be all for now, and I'll talk to you guys later. This video has been way too long, and I'm done.